Now I would like to invite Swami Gopalakrishnan, Associate Director, Accenture, and Sriram Subramanya, Founder, Managing Director and CEO at Integra Software, to talk about how AI disruption in tech services outsourcing and what SMEs need to know. Over to both of you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this exciting session on artificial intelligence. AI is revolutionizing all the industry verticals and society. We as SMEs should gear up for AI opportunities as well as disruptions in the marketplace to leverage for our growth. As per Ray Kurzweil has said, AI will reach and exceed human level AI by 2029. I'll repeat, AI will reach and exceed human level AI by 2029. AI disruption is a hot topic that is becoming increasingly relevant for SMEs. So here are some key things that SMEs need to know about AI disruption. One is related with opportunities. Second one related with risks and challenges. Third one, market size. So coming to opportunities, there are two major areas we can look at. One is internal facing AI applications, and second one is external facing AI applications. In internal facing AI applications, AI powered solution can help SMEs to improve efficiency, reduce cost, and enhance customer experiences. And if you look at in BPM, to give an example, in BPM companies, so we can apply AI especially in production operations area. For various automation, we can use AI and we can improve efficiency and reduce cost. As well as we can apply in various functional areas as well, whether it is in a sales area or HR area or finance areas, we can apply. If you look at in tech services area, just want to give one more example. Microsoft Copilot product. So we can implement to improve the productivity level from 35% to 50% level, we can improve the productivity. So one more example, if you look at in tech services area, AI chatbots can handle customer inquiries and support, freeing up human resources. If you look at L1, L2, supports can be eliminated using AI chatbots. Moving to external facing AI applications, we can look at various industry verticals as well as various AI related services we can do. My approach is, so we have already started implementing AI last 2-3 years, and we have created a lot of very good use cases. With this, we have applied and then we have gained a lot of reducing turnaround time, improving efficiency, so reducing cost. So, and with these use cases, good use cases, we are now going to the customers, we are able to pitch for new businesses. Moving to risks and challenges, AI technologies can also pose a risk for SMEs, such as job displacement, skilled manpower shortages, ethical concerns, and algorithmic bias. To give one example related with resources, hiring qualified and experienced resource AI professionals may also prove to be difficult due to shortage of manpower. If you look at a few weeks back, I was reading the article. There are already 40,000 AI vacancies in India. So huge shortage. So we have to look at collectively how we are going to address. And related to this, how many of you are aware of NASSCOM Future Skills platform? Could you raise your hand, please? Maybe around 25-30% only I'm seeing. I think all SMEs should utilize this learning management system. It is very good NASSCOM platform. How many of you are aware of there are AI courses already available in NASSCOM platform? Only one person I'm seeing, Vijay is raising, and one more person. So already AI courses are available within the future skill platforms. We should start utilizing, because we are talking about manpower shortages. Please utilize NASSCOM platform. Moving to AI opportunities, there are many AI opportunities are available related with industry verticals, various industry verticals. If you look at healthcare sector, financial sector, retail sector, manufacturing sector, just I'll give you one or two examples related with finance sectors. So AI can be used for fraud detection, risk management, and investment recommendations. So all these areas we can utilize AI. Similar way for, if you look at the retail sector, AI can be used to personalize the shopping experience, optimize inventory management, enhance customer service through chatbots and virtual assistants. Like this, there are so many verticals, AI opportunities are available. If you look at AI-related services, there are many AI-related services are available. So if you look at AI-powered software development, data labeling and annotation, and if you look at NLP services, natural language processing services, computer vision services, there are so many services are available. So you have to look at what is your sweet spot and then start focusing on the services as well as the verticals. Now moving to the AI market size. The global AI market size, $62 billion. This is approximate number and expected to grow $733 billion by 2027. CAGR of 40% growth rate we are looking at. There are huge opportunities available. I want SMEs to seriously look at in this space. I strongly recommend SMEs should be in this particular AI wave. Morning also, Anand Deshpande has touched upon. We should be in whatever wave is happening, we should be there. Earlier he has touched upon Y2K wave, then outsourcing waves. Now AI wave is there. Currently we are seeing a very big AI wave. We should, SMEs, we all should be there in that space. Before closing, Peter Diamandis has said he is a mega trend predictor. There will be two kinds of companies at the end of this decade. Those who are fully utilizing AI and those who are out of business. Again, I'll repeat, those who are fully utilizing AI and those who are out of business. So thank you everyone. So with this kind of introduction of AI, I would now moving to the session speaker, Swami Gopalakrishnan. Gopalakrishnan is an Associate Director in Accenture, India. Swami is a lead AI architect, AI practitioner builder, cloud solution architect, delivering AI at scale in Accenture. He has 22 years of experience, and for the past 4 years, he is into AI, especially how to scale AI business in Accenture. Over to Swami for your opening remarks. Thank you.
Am I audible? All right. Thanks, Sriram, and thanks everyone for having me here. I've been hearing Sriram here. The point I want to emphasize is AI is here and now. I mean, there's no other time to do AI, but I mean, you have to start looking at your businesses top to bottom, and AI first, like we did cloud first a couple of years back or 3-4 years back. And now is the time to do AI first, right? And since we already moved to cloud, now look at AI first as a business, all of you. I think it's no longer when, you should see how you can do AI first in all of your business lines. How many of you have heard or tried ChatGPT? So quite a few, right? So suddenly, I mean, what has changed, right? So large language models, suddenly everybody is now AI aware, right? So it has completely disrupted this market of this ChatGPT has thrown open a lot of things and which are not available to a lot of us common folks, essentially. The large compute, the large data volumes, the size of the generative AI that is available for all of you to use. So I was listening to previous sessions primarily on go-to-market. A lot of companies had kind of zero budgets. I mean, those are classic examples of where things like OpenAI, ChatGPT could be used for personalized marketing campaigns. I think probably those are the areas where you can quickly leverage some things that already available to kind of kickstart your journey, like looking internal, like Sriram was saying, from a marketing standpoint, from a IT process automation standpoint. These are areas where you can see value and leverage pretty soon. That's what I want to kind of kick off this with.
Thank you, Swami. So now we'll begin with a much awaited interactive session. So I'll start with one or two questions, then I'll open up the floor. My first question, Swami, AI is rapidly transforming industries and affecting all aspects of our lives. Question, how do you see AI evolving in the next 5 to 10 years? And what are some of the key trends that we should be aware of, especially SMEs?
I think like a lot of people have tried here generative AI. I think that is going to be the number one trend that is going to kind of influence in the next couple of years. NLP, that the ability to read, process documents. So any of you are involved in any processes or IT which is involving document processing, I think this is, I mean, we are at the phase where we can do it at scale. The other areas could be edge AI. I think another area where we'll probably see a lot of growth is AI applied at edge. I know all of our phones have AI today, but or from the last 3 years. But we are probably on the cusp of where AI can be done, you know, practically at devices without any connection to cloud or any cloud infrastructure. I think that level of AI is already there. Probably the other couple of areas that I think where area could be is security. I don't know how many of you are in InfoSec security. That's a very big white space where AI can be applied. And another area could be kind of healthcare, in AI in health. A lot of health companies today, there's a lot of documentation heavy. I think you'll have to look at industries which are kind of documentation heavy, legal, finance. These are the areas which are going to get impacted big time with this disruptive technologies, especially generative AI, ChatGPT kind of technologies coming in. People working in this industry as well as tech companies offering solutions in these industries will have to rapidly evolve to kind of include these technologies in this domain. I think these are the areas that I think will probably catch up.
Okay. So any particular AI-related services SMEs should focus, Swami, for especially related with the SME angle?
AI services, I think probably the easiest thing to do is kind of in the document processing space. I think we are in a state where AI is democratized, right? So today you don't need a huge pool of data or AI talent to kickstart your AI journey. So for example, if you're on Azure Cloud or Google Cloud or AWS Cloud, anybody with just limited business knowledge or could kind of build an AI pipeline with very limited AI knowledge. I think we are at the stage where you can start off with things like AutoML or whatever is available, de facto platform services, without much building your AI pool for the moment, and then eventually add AI pool services to your, but from a industry standpoint, I think document processing industry is where I think, and computer vision, and then these two are going to be where a lot of things are going to happen. Okay.
Moving to next one, now SMEs are looking at building AI capabilities within their own companies. The question is, how can SME organization build and develop AI capabilities? Anything they should do? So what are the capabilities?
Okay. So I've been building AI, kind of the COE, I'm part of the COE or capability building for the last 4 years. I think mistake should not be that you hire a lot of AI talent and then look for the problem to solve. Rather, start from the top. Strategy has to be first, right? So what is your AI strategy? What are the different types of, once you do the AI first and then try to build the AI talent around it. I would suggest building like COEs or pockets where you could have a specialized talent, quickly prototype. I think ideate fast and iterate fast. It should be the focus on AI because the tech ecosystem is pretty vast here in AI. And by the time you ideate, prototype, and something else has come up. ChatGPT 4 is already there. By the time you could test out GPT 3.5, 4 is out. So I think the tech talent should be smaller, use platform services as much as possible. That would be my suggestion, and have a core pool of SMEs or COEs who can leverage a lot of these platform services or partner with these cloud providers and kind of scale your journey in that sense. Don't build too much. I think more business knowledge is going to be also critical. I think we lose focus on that bit, because what at least our experience has been is people need to understand the business with AI to kind of truly leverage the outcomes.
So, Swami, you have a rich experience in scaling AI businesses in Accenture over the last 4 years. My question is, please share your thoughts on how to scale up AI business, especially related with SMEs. Anything they should do? So, what are the areas?
So, traditionally, what we have seen is where AI doesn't scale is the data foundation is not great for a lot of companies. So, focus on the data foundation first. Get the data foundation sorted. Then the other area we have seen is a lot of siloed AI is happening in companies. I think you'll have to consolidate and collaborate a little bit more in that area. The third factor that we see is the tech ecosystem, right? So there's a lot of players in AI. Every day there's a new shop specialized in AI in a particular domain that's happening. So it's very hard to kind of catch up. So that's where an area we'll have to see how to kind of partner with the right people and the right companies to deliver AI at scale. I think the fourth key part is governance, because we should not forget a lot of technologies, there is governance that is missing, primarily from ethics, bias, transparency, responsible AI. I think these are aspects that will quickly come into play. One of the aspects that you mentioned, GitHub Copilot, I don't know how many of you know, there's a litigation going on with class action lawsuit against Microsoft. So these are things that you need to be aware. What's out there? What are the pitfalls of using AI? I think the governance aspect also has to be. So if you attack these 4 pillars, then potentially you can scale AI in your business.
So now over to the audience. So please raise your hand. So in case you want to raise any questions. Yeah.
Hello. Good evening to everyone. My name is Gopal Gupta and I am professor. My question is why corporate is not looking towards Bollywood? Means Tata Elxsi, for example, has opened a branch for visual computing lab, and filmmaking side, why not corporate look? My question is this. One branch can be opened in that direction to earn the money, because everyone like to see the movies. So, thank you.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch the question.
Yeah.
My question is why corporate not looking towards Bollywood? Means they can open a arm towards making movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe I'll answer already. There are companies, Stability AI. So they've already started doing this. So if you can look at every second, they are talking about 60 frames of images they can come out. So they can create using AI. That's in the initial stage. So maybe you can look at their website and then you can understand. It's evolving technology. It's an emerging technology. Definitely it will come into the Hollywood or Collywood or Bollywood, whatever its areas it will come. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. So, Mike. Here.
Good evening, sir. Rohit from Global Logic. I have a very simple question. What will be the impact of applications like ChatGPT on SMEs?
So it's pretty hard to answer, right? So I think you can look at it as an enabler for SMEs, right? So earlier it would have been very hard to do AI projects unless some big player was there. I think with democratization of these tools, as easy as $20 a month, you can potentially leverage for your own business as well as for your clients. I think it's a positive impact for SMEs, if you ask me personally, because it has opened up a lot more people and access, given the power of what these models can do, which earlier only very few companies had.
There are so many areas we can apply using ChatGPT. So in case you want to create a policy, D&I policy, DEI policy, so you can create, it will give you 15 different points, it will create and then give. You want to look at innovation metrics, so it will give you 8 different metrics it is giving. You want to create a roles and responsibilities for particular global business development head, it will give completely. You want a job description, it will create and then it will give in a fraction of seconds. So many areas you can apply. It's a freeware you are doing. Once you get a commercial and API related, lot more, so possibilities are there.
Hey, my question, Swami, to you is, with the emergence of AI, right, where people are doing consulting, now these are mostly open source. What would be the competitive edge going forward? Because people would know everything, right? The clients also, the customers also, and plus what we are providing as service. So what would be the key advantage or competitive advantage?
I think one of the competitive advantages could be your domain, the domain that you're working on. So for example, in AI, if you see, a lot of key competitors are the small companies which are focused on a domain, like a healthcare domain or a pharma domain or a financial services domain. They really understand how the data in and out to really apply the AI. I think as SMEs, if you can focus on that, that could be your kind of USP, saying I understand policy claims better than anybody else. That's where I can apply AI better than anybody else, maybe.
Okay. No, maybe one last question, Vijay, because you are exceeding time. Very briefly.
It's a brief question. It's a continuation of the earlier question. You did talk about the benefits and how we can leverage ChatGPT for business, understood. But could you talk a little bit in terms of what is the danger from the point of view of the programmers, the developers, and would the number of programmers, developers needed to do the job significantly reduce because you can have ChatGPT throw up the code for you?
Sure. I mean, Sriram was asking probably the same question, right? So what is the impact on development team? There is definitely a productivity gain using tools like ChatGPT or Copilot to generate code. That being said, of course, there are litigations going on, so be aware of if you use these tools, you may be part of the litigation or not. So use them with the right cognizant. But I'm sure what we are seeing is, irrespective of that, personally, I don't think there is going to be a significant impact on from a development standpoint, because the code that is coming out today, there is somebody who needs to validate, somebody needs to test, somebody needs to check for vulnerabilities. It's not exactly that you just take and dump it and it starts working. Of course, there is going to be a productivity shift of maybe 20-30%. Definitely, but you could be the next prompt engineer. So those people can be reskilled to be the prompt engineer to train the ChatGPT. So maybe that's how you shift your workforce from train the AI to,
So using last point, Microsoft Copilot, so they are talking about minimum 35% productivity gain, or maximum it will touch even 50%. That means you can reduce to that extent, so developers over the period of next 6 months to 1 year. These are all the advantages. I think we have exceeded our time. Thank you so much, Swami, for a very useful interactive session.
Thank you, Mr. Swami and Mr. Sriram, for this wonderful, insightful session. Here is a small token of gratitude from our end to both of you.